That is cool.
They are amazing.
Just to let you know, all these reactions are recorded live over on Twitch. So if you want to pop on over and see me live react to things, click the link in the description down below and give me a little follow. It's free and it massively helps out. Now, to the video. The question is, what if Final Fantasy XIV's original soundtrack, battle music, sounded like Doom Eternal? Now, I love the Doom soundtrack. Mick Gordon is a god in my eyes. He's an absolute god. And I love Final Fantasy, so I'm gonna love this.
Anyone could carry the composer's torch. It's Uematsu's drinking buddy. I mean, it's more melodic than Doom, but it's pretty cool, huh? Hi. Question. What is the epic orchestral music from Final Fantasy XIV? Was made to be as blisteringly loud and raw as music from Doom Eternal.
I like the sound of this so far.
Well, now there's an answer, because I, Jeffrey Day, have made something so ostentatious that upon hearing the song in-game, your adventurer would immediately acquire a new, very familiar-looking job. The timestamp to the final product is below, and conveniently placed next to the timestamp to watch the rest of the video too, so just saying, no pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make.
I'm excited for this.
I have played many a Final Fantasy, but 14 is not one of them. So while I love
I've
the
not played
music
14
I've heard
either.
online, I wasn't sure how to narrow it down for this project. Luckily for me, I was working with an expert this whole time. Kina. Not only did she draw the artwork for this video, but she provided me some incredibly helpful context into the FF14 community that I was
made loads of different OSTs into Doom
She put
soundtracks.
together the music video.
I mean, I'd definitely like to check out some others.
So if you plan on subscribing, don't subscribe to me. Go follow Kina and use the links in the description.
And subscribe to me as well. That'd be nice. Thank you.
At the time of this video, people are leaving World of Warcraft for FF14 so quickly that the Square Enix servers couldn't handle the volume at one point, which is wild to think about. And just want to double check, this is the composer for Final Fantasy XIV? Okay, well, I think we need to learn more about this character, don't you? Let's get our butts on the internet.
Absolute legend. Legend in the scene.
I am quickly discovering, the massively multiplayer land of Eorzea contains adventures in troves, adventures which need their own scores. Considering that the game's servers have been running since 2013 with development continuing to this day, that's a lot of music. I figure a composer able to take on so much content must be like a real-life superhero. And if anyone's gonna do it, it's Masayoshi Soken. Soken was born in Mexico, believe it or not, but he grew up in Tokyo. He started his career by applying to a little game company known as Konami, doing sound design. You know, I wonder if he knows the Castlevania composers. That was my last video. In Soken's own words, he used to go out drinking with Uematsu like every night in the early days. So if anyone could carry the
Uematsu is a living legend.
I've done a couple other Final Fantasy / Doom covers, and when I compare Soken's music to Uematsu's, I found Soken's work has a riffing feel to it, much more akin to rock than clearly classical-inspired works of the previous Final Fantasy installments. And from what I've read, Soken said his favorite bands are Rage Against the Machine and Pennywise, which are two 90s punk-era bands. It all kind of adds up, since Soken lived his teens and 20s during the late 80s and through the 90s, as opposed to Uematsu, who was a 70s and early 80s kid. For even more contrast, Mick Gordon was a late 90s and 2000s kid, so rock, metal, and electronic music had evolved even further by then. I think those kind of things rub off on composers, no matter how hard they try to avoid it. Also want to say, Soken is, hilarious. The guy knows how to work a crowd and have a good time. Like, he'll learn about FF14 memes and work them right into the stage shows at the conferences. Zero hesitation. What an absolute boss. I would pay $1 million to have a slice of the confidence that that guy has. And if you haven't seen the videos, I added links in the description. They are amazing. Okay, let's jump over to Doom Eternal music for a second. After doing both Dancing Mad and One Winged Angel, I've learned that combining Final Fantasy with Doom-style music yields a sort of in-between heavy but melodic electronic hybrid genre that wouldn't fit in a Doom game.
Wait, you done a Final Fantasy XIV one?
Definition of Argent Metal. Whatever happens with this cover, I want the final product to get me pumped up. Let's go make that happen. Well, it took some finagling and tempo warping, but I arranged a collection of catchy battle themes in chronological order. I figured we could just go through all the expansions. So it starts with Torn from the Heavens from A Realm Reborn, then into Revenge Twofold, that boss battle theme from Heavensward. Next, we're going to do Triumph from Stormblood. Then we're going into Shadowbringers with a very slowed down version of High Treason for a few measures. And then still on Shadowbringers, we're going to wrap it all up with Insatiable. I actually really like this one. Feeling good too, because I'm pretty sure nobody's actually done a medley like this, but oh, no, Husky by the Geek already did one. It has like 40 people in it, and it's like, it's really good. Sadly, I'm just one guy, so, whatever. We'll figure something out. I've been getting really into tuning my kicks and snare drums lately, so this is no exception.
Formerly deathcore, nowadays metalcore, but still have deathcore roots. Sweet, I'll check them out.
Layered together, which is for the accented hits. That synth part is tuned somewhere around C. Same goes for my snare, but it was easier because Superior Drummer lets me tune it with this little slider. And then move the slider. Well, now we're in business. Alright, I just laid down some guitars for the intro.
Already heavy.
Haha, got you! That's not a guitar, that's another synthesizer. But yeah, I did do real guitars too, like in this chorus part.
Doom style, as I'll call it, just instantly heavy.
I think it would make sense to make them all be played by a synth. Kind of like I did with Bloodborne, which worked really well. Since
probably easier, but cheaper, maybe not.
The whole rhythm section with made-up, brand-new guitar riffs, some groovy stuff that fits really nice with the drums. Ladies and gentlemen, I was experimenting this week, and I wanted to nail down that filthy bass tone from Mastermind in Doom 2016, and I got pretty close, I think. I started with a synthesizer playing a sine wave sub and added some noise. I put that as is through a tube distortion, and I used some hardware for this. After that, I slapped on the Doom Compressor VST in multiband mode, which I actually can't show you yet because it doesn't have a UI, but I assure you, it's coming soon and it sounds really, really filthy. Next, I reached into my collection of slappy kick drums and picked one I like. And then from there, it's just EQing and mixing everything together, and I added some extra components just to fill in missing frequencies, but you don't have to do that. I mean, it's more melodic than Doom, but it's pretty cool, huh? There's some stuff going on in Revenge Twofold where the choirs are singing the lyrics and then there's some chanting, but we don't really have any of that stuff because we replaced it all with a synth. So, I don't know, let's add some chanting back in. We can get some bonus masculinity in this thing. As you can see here, I decided to add some big tom drum hits, they're less industrial, but they feel right at home in a Final Fantasy cover because they create some nice transitions. Well, dang, now I'm in a drumming mood. Let's do some drum stuff. Let's add drum fills. Let's do a drum fill. Hey, you want to hear what I sound like on a real drum kit? And we are done.
That took a massive leap.
There are always so many changing parts in a medley. There's so much to do. You know, this project felt a lot like doing One-Winged Angel, actually. Oh, and before we
done One-Winged Angel.
I added motifs from A Long Fall in a few places, but I won't
need to listen to that.
I want you to see if you can find them. Are you ready to relive a chronology of battle themes in Argent Metal style? Without further ado,
I think we're about to listen to the whole thing.
Final Fantasy XIV Battle Medley. Enjoy!
Let's go. It's just that Doom bass that is just... Oh. I've never played Final Fantasy XIV myself, but my mate Gary, he's apparently played a lot of it. Spends a lot of time in it. I don't know if I could play an MMO again. You can definitely hear like the kind of epicness of Final Fantasy meets like it's a good cross. Like if Doom was melodic. Does sound like we're building up to quite the heavy drop. Please don't disappoint. Not the heaviest drop, but yeah, it's alright. Ah, there's that drum fill. Legit shake under normal bass. Damn. That was pretty sick. I will jump on the channel to see if he's got the Final Fantasy VII, but thank you for sending that in. I'd enjoy that. That is a very, very talented dude. 69,000 subscribers. Ayy.